Our second day had a rainy start. Since it was our last day there, we hoped the rain wouldn't ruin our plans. Thankfully, around 10 AM, the rain had eased and it was time to go explore. The first place we wanted to visit was located on a different island, and we needed to take the metro to get there. It was about a 10-minute walk from our hotel to the metro station, and in about 15 minutes we reached the other side of Hong Kong, across the bay. Even this side looked like a full-on CBD, with tall skyscrapers and people hustling to work. It feels wickedly nice being on holiday while watching everyone else rush to their jobs. In case you're wondering where we're headed, we're actually going to the Peak, a viewpoint up on the mountain with amazing views over the harbour. To get up there, we first had to reach the ticket office, which turned out to be quite a tedious walk. It was all uphill, and even though it had rained in the morning, the day was still hot and humid. We finally reached the ticket office, where we just had to show our online tickets that we'd booked through trip.com. Part of the fun of going up to the Peak is taking this train ride. It climbs at a really steep angle, and I was looking forward to it.
Smoking, eating or drinking is prohibited in the tram ride.
I actually thought it was going to be one of those really short rides, but this turned out to be quite a fun ride. It lasted almost 10 minutes, and we quickly gained elevation, even catching glimpses of the bay along the way. So we made it to the observation building. It was quite busy that day. It felt almost like a shopping centre, with multiple floors and loads of shops. But before anything else, we were really hungry, so we slipped in to grab a few snacks. From there, we made our way to the top. Thankfully, there were escalators the whole way up. On each floor, there was something different you could check out or do. We popped in to see some of these cute models. There were plenty of cool things to do on the other floors, but I was most excited about the views from the terrace. And this is what we saw that day. enjoying those amazing views, we headed back down. It was busy that day, but not overly crowded. On the other side of the observation building, there was a large open area with a shopping complex.
Yeah. On a bench for a bit. It looks like it's half a spaceship. Looks like the other half just got eaten off.
We grabbed a quick bite at the mall, took some time to relax, and then it was time to make our way down the peak. The journey down was just as exciting as the ride up. The train only operates facing one direction, which meant that on the way down we were sitting in reverse. We still had a good 15-minute walk to get down the hill and back to the city, but at least it was all downhill. Our next stop was the oceanfront area, where we planned to go for a ride on the observation wheel later. We had to take one of these trams, or else the Hong Kong experience wouldn't feel complete. The only problem was we weren't sure how to pay, but we decided to get in and see how it goes. The fare was just 3 Hong Kong dollars and only 1.5 for a child. You had to pay with coins, and we didn't have any coins, so after a couple of stops we got off. At least I got to experience the tram ride. From there we continued our walk towards the waterfront area. Along the way, we ended up on this long pedestrian bridge that led all the way to the waterfront area. One of the exits was to this huge mall, so we went in to grab something to eat and, more importantly, to relax for a bit. After that break, we were back on the pedestrian bridge.
Why is there grass on the roof? No, Pop, it's just turning like that. It doesn't need people, it just turns because it saves so much money and energy.
It was a dull, foggy day, and there was lots of construction happening in that area, but still, there were lots of people around, which was great to see. We decided to wait until the buildings were all lit up before taking the ride. In the meantime, I got a nice, refreshing
I
juice.
felt like tripping him over so badly. It's sour, but I like it.
started drizzling a little, so we waited for it to stop. And then it started to get a bit dark, which was the perfect time to get on the ride. The drizzle added a bit of fog to an already cloudy day. The weather wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed the views. From there, we planned to take the ferry to cross to the other side of the city. Inside the ferry terminal, we found an amazing Mexican place. It was finally time to board the ferry. By then, the weather had turned really pleasant, and during the ride, the incredible Hong Kong views just kept unfolding. By the time we reached the other side, it perfectly coincided with the Waterfront light show. The show goes on for 10 minutes every night at 8 p.m. and it's called A Symphony of Lights. You'd think we'd had enough of the views by then, but no, we hopped on a boat cruise too, so this was our ride that night. Kong to a close. It was a full-on day, but we loved every bit of it. See you in the next video!